Welcome to Expand Your Fempire with Katarina Rando, the podcast for women in business on a mission, sharing ideas to support you to grow, lead, and thrive. Now, here's your host, Katarina Rando.
Welcome back to another episode of the Expand Your Fempire podcast. This is your host, Katarina Rando, and I am blessing to be with you because our episode today is part 2 of our Mastering Your Mindset conversation. Really, we could take 10 episodes for this very important topic. We have broke it down into 2 parts. If you did not listen to last week's part 1 of Mastering Your Mindset, I want to invite you to go and do that now. You can listen to it before or after. It will work either way. What I want you to know is I have many more insights and super tips for you because mastering your mindset is an essential, crucial part of thriving and blissing in your business. Next one, number 6, choose what is. Let me tell you what I mean by this. In life, there are often times where we have to make a choice. For example, you get together with friends, you're trying to decide what type of restaurant you go to. You want to go to Indian food, your friends want to go to Italian food. You agree, you go to Italian food. That's fine. A lot of good pasta dishes there. When you're there, though, are you enjoying your experience with your friends over a good plate of penne arrabbiata, or are you wishing you were having some delicious curry at the Indian restaurant? Choose what is, choose where you are, choose what you're doing. Choose the current state of affairs. For example, I am currently single. I would love to find the love of my life and be enjoying a loving, committed relationship. Well, guess what? On any given evening, that's not the case in my life right now. Am I lamenting, sorry for me, I don't have a boyfriend? Or am I blissing that, hey, I'm here on my own. I get to do my thing. I get to leave dishes in the sink if I want. I get to eat early, eat late. I got nobody with their feet on my dining room table watching hours and hours of sports. I got no heartache at this time. No relationship drama. Now, of course, I hope that none of those things happen in my next relationship. The point is that right now I got it good and I'm choosing to be blissing with what is. I want you to look in your life. I want you to look in your business. Of course, we're always upgrading. Of course, we want to make plans to create what we want. At the same time, do you choose what is? And I'm hoping that you do choose what is. You do choose to be where you are. Like right now, pandemic lifestyle. Yes, there are many downsides to living the pandemic lifestyle. At the same time, you may have made new virtual friends. You may have reduced your expenses because you're not driving as many places. You may have gotten new clients like myself and many of my clients have gotten because we now are networking and running classes and giving seminars all over the country without leaving our dining room or our office. This is a big one, my friend. I want you to look. Do you choose what is, or do you lament about what is not, that you have no control over, that you cannot change in this moment. Bing, bing. Big one, big one, big one. Here's what I also want to tell you. We go 20, 25, 30 minutes on these podcasts. I got a lifetime supply of things to shine the spotlight on with you to master your mindset. We are not going to have time to discuss all of these things. You may not even know that my first book was called Learn to Power Think, from Chronicle Books, published in several languages, released in many countries. If you do not have a copy of Learn to Power Think, you can probably get an old copy on Amazon. A few years ago, the same book was released in paperback under the title Learn to Think Differently. I'm sharing this with you because I want you to know that I have many insights for you on mastering your mindset. I am going to therefore make a quick tip sheet for you to print out, to stick on your wall, to remind you of all the things we're discussing in our time together today, and some very strong super tips that we're not going to have time for. Because I really want you to get that mastering your mindset is one of the essential keys to you thriving in your business and blissing in your life. To get my tip sheet that goes along with this episode, go to my free gifts page, katarinaRando.com/links, and you will see there the Master Your Mindset quick tip sheet listed. And by the way, while you're there, see my upcoming workshops. I always have a free Zoom workshop coming up. You're invited as my VIP guest. We have workshops. We have amazing programs to support you to thrive, catapult your business. We have our amazing retreats. If you have not stepped into the Thriving Women in Business community, I want to invite you to do that. Also, please come and join us Friday nights, 5:00 Pacific, in our Thriving Women in Biz Club on Clubhouse. Follow me, come network. You share about your business, you share what's coming up. We have inquiry questions that we ask that we get everyone to answer. And as a result, you will absolutely leave that room more uplifted than when you showed up. You'll probably make some new friends. You will definitely get some super tips and insights to support you on your entrepreneurial journey. Let's continue with our guiding principles to master your mindset to bliss and thrive more in business and life. Number 7, have ongoing, consistent support in your life. Where did this idea come from that we're supposed to do stuff ourselves, that we're supposed to do it on our own, that we're supposed to quote unquote man up? I don't know what the equivalent is for women. The point being that we're supposed to figure it out all by ourselves. I'm going to tell you right now, the pandemic lifestyle has taken its toll on everybody on the planet. Even if you're still blissing and thriving, it's still taking a toll. Why? Because of uncertainty. What are you doing consistently to support your mental health and your well-being? I have been having a counselor since the pandemic started. Counselor, coach, mentor, therapist, I'm not quite sure. She actually is all those things. Pamela Meyer, who I am so grateful for her support. The pandemic started 6 weeks after my ex-husband passed away unexpectedly. Even though he was my ex, I still loved him. It still is a lot to deal with. Not to mention supporting all the ladies in my community. And I will say I stepped right up to support them any way I could with our all community meetings, with looking for additional ways for them to connect virtually, with being extra available. All of that has been my bliss. And when you are running a business and running a team and holding a community, wanting to support everyone to thrive, and spending way too much time alone, talking about my pandemic lifestyle, of course, support is needed. Now, you might be thinking over there where you're sitting right now, well, Katerina, that's fine for you, but I've got a great husband and I've got great kids. Sweetheart, you need support too. You need support from people that do not have a perspective and self-interest in mind as your loved ones do. I want you to have support from someone outside of your life, outside of your circle, because they're going to have different insights for you. I'm not saying you got to have a coach, you got to have a counselor, you got to have a therapist. I'm saying you got to have something. Of course, I want you to have a business coach. I'm talking right now about your mental well-being. What do you got that is supporting you consistently? Because I have the privilege of having several ladies in my community, and several of them hire other ladies in my community, I start to see the results that women are getting when they're in Carla's walking group, when they're in Seema's meditation and health and wellness group, when they're working with Rhonda on their well-being or going to one of her retreats. I see all of this. I see the impact that happens when you have support. And then I talk to my ladies sometimes and they're a little bit down. And I ask them, what kind of support are you having? Guess what? They're not usually having any. This is all preventative, because even though I may not know you personally, my friend, I know you. You're working your business. You got people depending on you. Even if you're not having a spouse or kids or a significant other, I know your friends consider you a resource when they want to be uplifted, right? Who's lifting you up? That's what I want you to make sure that you are having in your life. I like to say a rising woman lifts all the women around her. Well, you cannot be a rising woman lifting up others when you're feeling down. Get support, get support, get support. Number 8, super tip, guiding principle alert. Here's what I want you to get. When you start to get discouraged or depresso, I want you to go back to being your own best success coach. I want you to do a little self-assessment. This is good because this is going to get you out of your emotions and back into your head, and you're going to ask yourself these questions. Did you get a good night's sleep? My friend, sleep is the elixir of a good life. If you didn't get a good night's sleep, you're more likely to have your mental well-being impacted. Did you move your fanny in the last 24 hours? Movement, exercise, yoga, stretching, taking a walk, whatever it is, that is essential for your mental well-being and emotional well-being. Next question. Again, this is your self-assessment. Did you have fun? Did you get together and have some camaraderie in the last 24 hours? Or even since the start of the day? If not, that is going to support you and your well-being. Next one, not as easy to evaluate, perhaps, maybe takes a little more digging. Is there a communication that you have been withholding? That means something you want to say that you're not saying, or something you want to ask for that you're not asking for. This can get at you and bring you down, even on an unconscious level. Number 5 in our self-assessment. Is there a criteria that needs to change? If you're a regular listener to this podcast, you know that I'm very big on criteria. Create a criteria for your team, for your clients, for your vendors, for your friends. Create a criteria for being a yes for things. It's got to be fun. It's got to be easy. It's got to be profitable, whatever your criteria is. Create a criteria before you're a yes. Sometimes when we're feeling down, gritty, irritated, uneasy, it's because something needs to change. And that's another place for you to look in your self-assessment. Next one. My friend, have you been consuming too much caffeine, sugar, alcohol? All of these things can impact your mental and emotional well-being, and therefore your mindset. Oh, and by the way, like my mother would tell you, are you drinking plenty of water? Because dehydration can also impact your emotional well-being. Did you know that? Drink plenty of water. That's outside our self-assessment. It goes here, though. It's another important guiding principle. Next question to ask yourself in your self-assessment. When was the last time you did some self-care, some self-love stuff? Foot bath, massage, regular bath. You went to the museum or the bookstore. You sat in a cafe with a cafe latte. You had some afternoon tea and crumpets. You sat on your couch with a good book and indulged. When was the last time? If none of that's happened within 24 hours, make some time. You have to be your own best success coach, mental health coach, mindset coach, as we've discussed. These questions that we've just run through, number 1 through 7, these are your self-assessment I want you to look at when you're feeling less than magnificent. Let's get you out of not feeling good, and let's get you to take a good, objective look at what's been going on with you the last 24 hours that you can impact. Oh my gosh, I got so many more for you. I'm going to give you a couple more. Don't forget to go to KatarinaRando.com/links to get my quick tip sheet on everything we've discussed. Therefore, you can review it every day. And there's going to be even more guiding principles or quick tips on there to support you in mastering your mindset. Number 9, make disappointment your fuel for more determination. My friend, let's talk truth. There are going to be disappointments du jour. There's always going to be discouraging situations. You make some calls, people book appointments, they don't show up. They say they're going to get back to you. They don't. They say they're going to sign up. They vanish. In business and life, there are going to be disappointments and discouragement du jour. That's okay. What is going to happen is going to happen. The question is, what are you doing when it happens? In fact, let me tell you, Friday, I had several conversations scheduled to talk to people about what programs they're interested in. I've already talked to them once. These were second calls with current clients. I was expecting that we would move forward. They would be signing up for some things. What's that? That's new revenue in the door. That's new clients I get to serve. And guess what? I don't know what it was on Friday. Maybe there was something with the planets because 80% of my calls had to cancel or reschedule. Now, I'm expecting success. I'm expecting everyone is going to get on board. We're going to have new revenue in the door. Bing, bing. We're going to get some new clients started or clients re-upping. Bing, bing. And nothing, because everybody, for whatever reason, is no longer available on that day. And at the end of the day, it was very interesting because I noticed I was not discouraged. I was not depressed. I was not disappointed. I was fine. Did you hear that? I was fine. You know why? Because I did these 3 things that I'm telling you right now. I asked myself, I reminded myself, Katerina, do you have massive value to bring? Yes, I do. I'm 100% sure of that. Then I asked myself, Katerina, is there a lifetime supply of people to serve? If these people vanish, are there more? Yeah, I'm pretty confident and sure about that too. And then as I glanced at the substantial number of bright, colorful thank you and greeting cards that I have displayed in my living room from clients, I asked myself, have I gotten great results from my clients? And that is surely a yes. This is what I want you to do. This is very big for your mindset and your well-being, because there is going to be disappointment du jour. When you notice some disappointment, when you notice some professional depresso setting in, when you are momentarily discouraged, here's what I want you to do. I want you to ask yourself those 3 important questions. Do you have massive value to bring? Answer hopefully is yes. I'm sure it's yes. Make sure you know it's yes. Number 2, is there a lifetime supply of people to serve? Yes, there is. Number 3, have you gotten great results and solutions for your clients? Yes, you have. There you go. Bing, bing, bing. Take any disappointment, any discouragement, put it through those 3 questions and turn it into determination. Let me tell you something. It is through discouragement and disappointment and things not going your way and things that happen that get you down that you get your determination. I can talk to you today 1000% sure that I have the determination to create what I want for myself in my life and my business. And you know why? Because of days like I'm going to tell you right now. One day I'm on a cruise ship. I got 26 ladies on a cruise ship. We're out to sea. Due to unforeseen circumstances, my confirmed, or what I thought was confirmed, meeting room for where I'm going to meet with these 26 ladies for the next 10 days, I am told does not exist. There are too many groups on the ship. They have no record of my meeting room. And I'm thinking to myself, where am I going to meet with these gals? I certainly don't have room in my cabin. I say to my team, go figure it out. They come back, they got nothing. They talk to this person, they talk to the meeting person, they talk to the banquet person. They got nothing. I go, I talk to the liaison for the groups. I talked to someone I knew from the last time I was on that ship who had been previously helpful. And what do I get? Nothing, no. I said to myself, I am determined to solve this problem. I am determined to find a place to meet with my ladies and give them the retreat that they are expecting and deserve. I asked myself, this is back to our discussion earlier about inquiry question. I said to myself, what can I do to solve this problem? How can I get support to solve this problem? Just in that moment, I reflect, who else do I know on the ship? I go and I see the manager of the dining room, whose name, of course, I remembered from the last time, who I was very gracious to the last time I brought a group on that ship. Long story short, he let me meet with my group in his beautiful dining hall after breakfast, before the people came for lunch, and in the afternoon when it was not in use. And it was on that day that I learned I do have determination and I can meet any challenge. That's one small example. There are others. My point is, you build determination not just by deciding to be determined. You build determination by overcoming challenges that your business and your life will throw at you. Your business and your life is your school, your academy, your graduate studies in personal growth and transformation. I'm hoping that you know that. My friend, I got a few more, but number 10, we're going to leave it on today for this discussion. Go to KatarinaRando.com/links. Grab your quick tip sheet on mastering your mindset. Here's number 10. Be in community. Be in 2 or 3 communities with people that see you and value you. That is the criteria. They see you and they value you. Any groups or communities that you're involved with that are bringing you down rather than lifting you up, where you're leaving depresso rather than inspired and uplifted, my friend, get a new community. There's also a lifetime supply of amazing places for you to connect with like-minded, like-hearted people. Consider joining our community if you are a woman on a mission with massive value to bring, who has integrity, generosity, and a big heart. This is another way that you get support, that you fill your cup, that you ensure your mental well-being and the mastering of your mindset. We have discussed many things in our time together last week and today. Let me give you a quick recap. Number 1, be committed to mastering your mindset. Number 2, perfection is not required. That just puts pressure on you. Also, we discussed decide, breaks, spills, late deliveries, people being late, mistakes in your order at a restaurant. Make a decision right now. You're not going to let any of that stuff bother you for the next 50 years. Why bother? That impacts your mindset and your mental well-being. Number 3, master your self-talk. Be on your side, not on your back. Number 4, use inquiry questions to find solutions. Remember, use your subconscious, ask inquiry questions before you go to bed. How can I is a great start to any inquiry question. Number 5, do what you can do to reduce what might be weighing on your mind. This is where we talked about operating with integrity, creating financial surplus, not hesitating to throw money at a challenge to reduce stress and solve problems. Number 6, choose what is. Remember, this is where we discuss the Italian food versus the Indian food. Number 7, have an ongoing, consistent support structure in your life. A coach, a counselor, therapist. Number 8, when you start to get discouraged or depresso, do your self-assessment that we discussed. Ask yourself those 7 key questions. Did you get enough sleep? Did you move your body? Did you have some fun? Is there a communication that you have been withholding or something you want to ask for? Is there a criteria that needs to change? Also, take a moment to reflect on your consumption. Too much coffee, too much sugar, too much alcohol, not enough water. All those are going to impact your well-being. Number 7, when's the last time you did some self-care, some self-love? Hopefully in the last 24 hours. If not, do that. That is number 8. Number 9, make disappointment your fuel for more determination. Number 10, be in community with like-minded, like-hearted people that lift you up, see you, and value you. My friend, you know I have a lifetime supply of more for you. We're going to leave it there. I hope you've identified one of these that you're going to super shine the spotlight on, because the more you focus on mastering your mindset, your well-being, your mental and emotional well-being will be uplifted and steady, and the more you will thrive and bliss in your business and your life. Remember, you have massive value to bring. There is a lifetime supply of people to serve. Go master your mindset so that you can sell more, serve more, and uplift more lives. This is Katarina Rando. I cannot wait to be with you again here, or perhaps in a clubhouse room, or seeing your smile on the screen at a Zoom workshop, or if I'm really lucky, on one of our amazing live and in-person retreats. Go, thrive, prosper. I look forward to being with you again very soon.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Expand Your Fempire with Katarina Rando.